Hello guys, and welcome back to another episode of HBM's Nuclear Tech Mod Space Fork. And I'm really curious what people have been doing on the server. Not my Space Fork world, but on the server. Because on the server, it appears people have already gotten bases and energy. Which, is way ahead of what I have. I have nothing. Literally have nothing in that world. JFK. Thank you, Mr. Jeff. Let's get back to work. Fusion reactor going pretty nicely. But we have to drone stuff around. Drone stuff around, you know what I mean? And today, we're gonna be droning the drone of all time. Dronage. Simulator. Well, actually, we got a bunch of stuff we need to move a bunch of stuff. Basically, we're doing resource moving. If that makes sense. Let me get this open. Let me get everything open. Nice. Okay. So I should be able to go ahead and do some stuff. Because we're just doing resource moving and stuff. We need a RTG furnace. Which needs RTGs. Use the new one or the old pack. Drone apocalypse imminent. Yes, for sure. But we need to make I need to make the fucking RTG stuff. But before I can make RTGs, I have to make these. I need silicon wafers. I think I actually do have silicon wafers. It might be better to make those. I mean, it's just a difference of quartz. I don't know why that recipe exists. Maybe if you don't have quartz, you can make it. I don't know. Might actually make those. We'll see. I mean, all I need is... Oh, I should automate these as well. These are very automatable to produce. Producing these would be very automatable. All I would need is just a little bit of stuff. But they're not hard to make, so I mean, all I would need is one more drone. And, well, we see how that's going. It's going step by step. I think I have more over here. Quartz. No, absolutely not. I have iron ore, though, which is rather useless nowadays. Let's finally find uselessness. If I don't have it there, it's probably at JFK. This is the industry of all time, truly. There we go. But this is why I say it's automatable, is because I literally get quartz from here. We might as well automate the production of, like, everything. We might as well be doing that. If we don't, what are we doing? Nothing. Steel. Nice. So now I have What is that? 90% of what I need? Oh dear. Well, we're close. Close to the number. Okay, we're like halfway there. It's not that hard to get all the way there. We just need some red copper. Nice. Scroll down to the wire section. Cool. It's 2 stacks of wires. I think it's actually 4 that you need. No, it's 2. Billions must produce. What are they stuck on? They're stuck on that? Why? Bitumen? Why? Steam? Oh my god. It's not steamy enough for them to process all the bitumen. That's okay. We got time. Time to wait. Throw in some of these. Some of those. And the assembly begins now. Unending assembly. Make it endless. We need more. It's negative 2 degrees Fahrenheit right now. Nice. We do have hard plastic production, right? Yeah, we should. It should be, with the rest of the chem plants over here. Huh. Maybe. Not? What? No, it should be here. Pretty sure I made hard plastic production. Did I might have forgotten it. That'd be terrible. But we have that. What is it? It's just BTX another thing. I mean, we have BTX. But we don't have the fucking... Yeah, I forgot it. It looks like I forgot it. It's my bad. We just need another chem plant over by the rest of these ones. And the mixer. Probably. Let's make mustard gas or something. Did you use up all of what we had? We had a lot. I don't know where I put all of it. We had a lot. What's up? Let me see. Oh yeah, we still have a bunch. Oh, no. Yeah, the reactors take a lot. Yeah, I know. I just, yeah, I just forgot that step. Forgot to include that. You just take reformant gas. No. I mean, to be honest, it's kind of an easy resource to mass produce. We just forgot to do that. That's my bad. Okay, nice. So I got that done. Let me see what I need next. I need cast lead plates in these. Nice. I need 3 of them, so I need... And that means I need to multiply the other thing by 6. Just lead plates by 6. Cast lead plates by 6. We do have 30 extra in here. Let me see. Cast lead. I wonder if I have any of this. I don't think I do. What is that? Oh yeah, I probably could just use lead powder for this and just... That should do. Lead is such an abundant resource. It's, how much steel is going through there? Oh my gosh. Okay, I'll find a way to make this happen. We just need a crucible. This is amazing. This is amazing. I think I need to make more fire clay, because I definitely don't have enough for this. Who knows? But we'll make a crucible that'll be super powerful. Wait, can't this thing do that? This thing can do that, right? It can do lead? Whoa, it can make dash. The lower costs. Interesting. Noise. Noise. There we go. It's almost time to retire this PWR from existence. There will come a day when it happens. That'll be when it has no more of these to give. Drone apocalypse is about to occur. 8 industrial grade copper and 8 steel plates. Okay, cool. I have 6. Just need to make more plates. And that should be good. Could have swore I left steel in there. Oh, wait. Wait. Nope. No, absolutely not. Turbo. Should give it 8 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nice. Okay, that should help because I have a plentiful amount of steel. Bountiful quantities of steel. Nice. Okay, crucible. Crucible. Come on, make it. Just make it. Nice. This one should be useful for this. Then I just need to grab a machine to power it with. Or I could just do it over there. Honestly, I could just do it over there. This thing's the only one with a cast plate. Man, how long does this have? Forever. I want to make another cast plate. I probably should just make like 30 crucibles for here, in case we ever need that many. I mean, that's it. We could just have like 20 of each machine in this area for like just Whatever. Just do this. Take a cast plate. At least it's easier to get the cast plate when we've already progressed this far. That is pretty nice. That is pretty nice. Unless it doesn't accept fucking titanium. There we go. It does accept titanium plates. Ah, nice. Titanium plates. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. This thing's done? No. I don't actually know which way it's gonna come out of. I'm pretty sure it comes out of red or green. But we'll just place it like that. And then we'll place in my lead powder. Or no. No, not at all. Nice. And grab the other thing as well. What is the other thing? I should have one of them at least. One of these. Because it's nice. And, I don't still have my lead powder, do I? Where the fuck did I put the lead powder? Lead powder. Where's it hiding? It's going into hiding, man. Lead powder. Nice. We need a use for all of the 6,000 catalytic reformers we have. Because we have too many of them. What is going on? RBMK. RB. Space Tech Integrated. Cool. I actually believe that HBM Space Fork is probably the only good space mod nowadays. You can even... Galacticraft, not even a thing. Don't even try Galacticraft. It's not even as... It's not even close to as good. I guess I could just do an ejector. Be smart and use an ejector. Noise. 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 Well, how many will it eject? Like 4? I don't actually know. What is it? What is it weird? So what things do I need to make what is it called? Can I literally automate the fucking production of Saturnite? Is that even a thing I can do? I'm kind of wanting to automate Saturnite and other things that need the alloy or rotary furnace or whatever the heck it's called. Because it's just, those are always the most annoying recipes. They're like, I don't have any of this. This is terrible. Why didn't I make more sooner? Okay. Because I would really want to do that. That's one of the things I would really want to do. Prefer to not have to make that stuff all the time. True. So yeah, I suppose we could do that. I don't know, it's just so niche though. But it'd be nice to have it on hand constantly. Sometimes we need it, sometimes we don't. I guess we'd have to measure how much steel is in there, because if it's just idle, We also have phosphorus, so I'm pretty sure if it needs phosphorus, we have that. We also need to put in the other stuff to make it so it gives you more than it's... I mean, it's really expensive if you don't do it the other way. Or the proper way. Alright, so as far as this goes, we have a lot of those. Nice. And then I'm just gonna make the actual RTG blast furnace. This is the first time we're doing that. Lead plates as well, apparently. I don't know why it needs those. It definitely doesn't need those, okay. Some neutron absorbing plates. Is it even possible to make this? Oh, okay, cool. Good. Because if it wasn't, I was going to be freaking out right here. Dash, 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 dash. Where's my dash? It's hiding. Plain sight. I want to set up thorium stuff. Thorium machinery. I think that should be another goal, is to build a thorium plant. Maybe I could do that. Just for fun. Build a giant thorium reactor. I don't know why, but I would do that. 2 thorium reactors side by side. Make it a side by side. Make them share walls. Are you setting up the production for the thing? We don't have any of the hard plastic. I might get to it, but I don't know. Wait, how much dash do I have? Oh, I have a ton. Splendid. Wait, let me in. I'm on the list. I like that character. He perishes too soon. Oh, that's okay. I'm just gonna... If you get to it before I do, then I'd say just make it. I don't need it. It's just, I'm not working on it, so I'm just letting you know that I'm not working on it. Alright, so this is the first thing I need for making red copper. And then I'm gonna need drones to fly by it. And once the drones fly by, well then we have red copper plus. It's just a matter of figuring out how the heck am I gonna manage to squeeze more drone routes. And I already have a perfect picture for how I'm gonna do that. It's just a question of doing it now. So, what we're gonna do, we're gonna place this right here. I think. Does that work? Oh yeah, that will work. That will work. We're gonna place that right there. And we're gonna insert from a hopper into that one. We're gonna place in a landing crate right there. I need some more regular circuits, so let me go ahead and cook up a batch of them. Need more gold. Or I could take the actinium, because we don't use the actinium ones. We shouldn't be using those anymore. It's good to see that this is all stocked up and ready, but... actinium will do the job just fine for this. So this drone needs to pick up 2 items. 2 types of items. It needs to pick up the redstone and the other thing. But I don't like that. Oh, it's fine though. Does this thing even have... Okay. It's got room. See, with gold 198, it's amazing for the mercury production, but that's about it. Circuits are doing good. This is amazing. I do like this nuclear blast furnace. It runs very fast if you put gold in there. But I'm not gonna run it on gold because that's just dumb. In my opinion, that's pretty dumb. I'm gonna use this mass storage crate from now on for those. And I will need to have 2 drone paths, or 1 drone that does 2 paths again, which is terrible, but that's okay. We can deal with that, I think. I think we can just do it. So, there's plenty of those. This guy's running. This guy's also running. Occasionally making bitumen, but it's so dark that it's not getting any solar power. Let me just put these with the rest of the common resources. Resource common area. Oh, my soldering station. It's okay, I'll just build 3 of those. I don't want to get in any way. I don't want to be in the way. So, for the soldering station, you just need cast steel plates and a bunch of other shit. Really easy stuff. This is gonna be the coil of all time experience. But, to make it, you just need coils. It's the hardest part. Coils. And, doing that is relatively easy. We just need red copper, some steel, which I have tons of. In fact, we may as well just cast out a stack of this shit, because we are casting all of our resources in batches now. So let's go ahead and do that. The idea is to have more resources than we're going to ever need, but then we're going to use them up anyway. We're going to need these constantly. That's a problem right there, but we'll go ahead and run that. So while that's happening, while that's producing, what we're going to go ahead and do is to make another bunch of coils. This will just be my general purpose coils. Let me just find some iron. And then I can start setting up more crucibles and things. I also think I want to switch this place over from powering everything with coal to starting to nuclearize all of our heat machines in here. And then setting up an actual industrial system for that. Let's go ahead and do wires. There we go. 2 wire stacks. These wires go like this. Wrap around. Nice. 16 coils. That's fine. Could use more though. We'll be fine. That's all I need. That's for the soldering machine, right? Yep. I'll make 4 soldering machines, so that way we never run out. Vacuum tubes. I think I have a ton of them as well. Unless they've been used. But they have not. Nice. Cool. I can put back my red copper. Can grab out my steel. And then I just have to make a ton of the other things. Which involves gold. I don't know why I'm carrying a bunch of gold on me, but I hope it was just meant for this. You know what I mean? Like it's literally just meant for this recipe that I'm about to do. Because that would be absolutely wonderful. But I just gotta find some insulators first. Rubber. That should do. This will produce like 10 stacks of insulators. Nice. Good enough. That's great. So, when we have red copper, which it should just make We need to go ahead and look at this. So when we're doing the red copper process over here, let's just get it out of the way. God dang it. I forgot that would happen. No. No. There we go. But when we're doing red copper, we're going to need to have this thing set up specifically. So that way we can have a stamping press in here. So we can stamp out wires. Put those over there for now. And I lost one in this hole. Nice. We don't want to have a accidental orphan source event, you know what I mean? Great. How are these guys doing? They're doing good? Doing wonderful, it looks like. They're not doing good, they're doing wonderful. Except for this guy, he's clogged. It's fine. Keep the steel rolling. What's the problem here? Oh, I need to cycle the fucking other stuff too. Oh no. This is too much dronage. I still have to manually do my coal coke into there. But once I have my drone swarm built, it's over. That's never happening. Yeah, this thing's just been shredding all my coal coke. Because there's no fucking crate. That's actually bad. Is this guy empty? No, he was. Where's one that's empty? Need an empty one. God damn it. All of them are fucking half full. What is this? This is not good. This is terrible. I just need to make like a stack of these so I never have to do it again. Because this is, we're going to need a bunch of them anyway. Okay, let's go ahead and just put these on the thing so it doesn't do this. How much of it does it? They have a lot. Okay, cool. Cool. Swap. Nice. Okay, so that will be enough to certainly keep it going. The only reason this guy stopped is because this. And I still need to finish his stuff too. Because they still have cryolite, which moves around and stuff. But we haven't finished the cryolite processing. We've just finished the... some of it. Okay. Well, that's great. But let's go ahead and figure out what I'm doing with my other project to build a bunch of these. So I have to get tungsten bolts. I'm pretty sure we just have a ton of them. So that part was easy. I'm gonna need to keep that on me because I'm gonna make more of that. We're gonna drop those in there. We're gonna go find out what's going on with my other materials. Right over here. Oh, is this still casting? Nice. That should just make a bunch of them. So if I go over and just slap that all in the thing, let's see how many it makes. Soldering machine. Nice. 4 of them. This way, we can't ever run out of soldering capabilities. This is cursed, but apparently it works. I like that. I like the soldering machine. And, standard for now on will just be to solder like this. Holy shit. Hey, we could probably do it with the welding machine, too. Alright, nice. Solder like that. I didn't even realize there's still the furnaces here from back in the day, and they still have stuff in them. Is this... okay, that doesn't need to be... now we need a way to control which one's on at a time. Computer. It'd be magical to just have a computer system right now. Nice. That's like the one time that would be magical. Yeah, I decided to make 4 extra, so I have one. That way, if we ever run out of these, we could just keep using them. It's part of the new industrialization project, which will be coming soon to this one. This area will be futurized. That's the next goal. For me, at least. It's futurization. Gold plates. I can just do this. I have to say, I do like how tileable the soldering machine is. You could definitely tile these very easily. The problem is this won't insert from there. Unless I have... Maybe if I do an insert... I'll just do it here. For now. Cool. So I just need lead wires. I got some here. Nice. Borrow it. Oh, there we go. That's all it needs. And I mean, yeah, there's technically 5 recipes for this. So that keeps that all organized. Oh, look at all the analog circuit boards that are hiding. Plastic's up now? Good job. That's my fault for forgetting that. Vacuum tubes. We have over like a stack and a half of motors in here. That is insane. I didn't realize I didn't need that many tungsten bolts, but I grabbed a bunch of them just in case I needed them. Which turned out to not be the case. So, awesome. It's not that it matters, it's just kind of funny. What the fuck? Why? Why put the bigger stack on the bottom? JFK. I don't even know anymore. Okay, this guy's going. Nice. We're about to be going into drone phase 2. I just need more nav markers. Which is kind of expensive. Because the nav markers each cost a microchip, I'm pretty sure. How do I get this? Recipe? Yeah. Each of them cost an industrial circuit, or an integrated circuit. Which is way too much, integrated circuits for me. But at least the drones are like my favorite thing right now. And I'll just set up like 5 of them to do the jobs that I need. It's the drone revolution right here. Surely we have wood in one of these, right? No. No. Surely we have sticks in one of these, no? I wonder if we have sticks in one of these. Oh, that's full of lithium. What the heck? That'd be so useful. Not really. Not really. It wouldn't be... Ah, here we go. There's some wood in here. And I gotta empty these out anyway, since I'm gonna be moving them to clean it up. Nice. Got 10 of those. I don't even know. I don't even care. Put that there. 25 plates. Alright, so I need to make stacks of these. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna grab out 8 stacks of steel. Should do it. That should be about it. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That'll do. So we're gonna go over to here. Make 3 stacks of these. And then shove all of that into the top. And that should make crates so I don't ever have to make them again. for a while. Especially with the drones. The drones are demanding for crates. So we know we need at least 2 for this one. If not more. And basically, we need to distribute copper and the other thing. We also need to have coal go to here. And then coal coke get picked up as well. This will be a fun project to set up. But it should be pretty easy to do. All I need is a crate there. Need an inserter on top of that so I can actually extract from there. This will be difficult because when I go to extract, I have to fly past a cracking tower. So it's going to be a challenge to get the drones in here, but I think we can just fit it right between the fractioner and the other thing. So it's just a matter of doing it. Execution. But yeah, this should do. Put up my drone thing. And this path will just be as simple as picks it up, flies this back. So we don't really need as many. We do need a few, but it should just be as simple. This guy picks it up, drops it off. Then we have another guy who flies it over because I don't want these mixing. Because there's going to be a drop-off point in the same route that would not work. So we're just going to have to use 2 drones, which is kind of sad. But the drones aren't expensive. It's just this other stuff is. Apparently the drones use vacuum tubes, which really doesn't make sense because the vacuum tube would be heavy as shit. Not as heavy as a CRT, but pretty heavy. And yes, a CRT is technically in the same family as a vacuum tube. Essentially the same. So we need one that goes to here to drop off glorious quantities of substances, which are in this crate here. Coal coke. This is the drop-off point for coal coke. And we're going to start off right here with my drone. Okay, look at that. See every single drone route I have? This is going to be terrible. We're going to go ahead and give him like level 10 so we can fly around and do stuff. Take that out of my way, but shift clear first step. It's always shift clear. Now tell him to fly up to there. Okay. So drones might be pretty difficult if it's your first time using a drone. But don't worry. That's why I'm here to tell you drones are actually easy as shit. 11. Now, if you just do it in order and go step by step, you can literally watch your drone do it in real time. As he goes and stops. The other rule of drones is that if they touch the redstone dust, which you won't be able to see right now, but there is a dust up there kind of thing, that's not good. Because then they end up doing weird shit. Now, when he leaves here, he's going to pick that up. For this one, we're going to go with 9. Then he's going to fly to here. As you can see, he picks it up as he leaves. And then he's going to fly out of here back to his starting point, which is over here. Now, keep spacing between the redstone dusts, because when they touch that, that's when stuff goes wrong. But now we should have a drone that's flying this loop. He kind of flies over his original path. And as long as he doesn't touch that dust that is up there, which I can take this out, he won't fly it back and forth, which is a problem you can have. So you gotta keep an eye out for that, which is what we've learned so far. Droneology. So now that drone's flying his route. But what if I wanted him to fly a different route? Well, I could technically have him fly this route as well, but I'm not going to. That just doesn't make sense. So now we're going to do this route. It's going to be 2 of these. One here. This is going to be my receiving point. And then I'll have another one for my production point over here. Let's see where my actual thing is at. I wonder how bad this is for my gameplay experience. Is droneology gonna be bad for it? Dronages? Huh, I wonder. But this should... No, not that one. I don't actually remember where I produce... Oh, it's all the way over here. So this one. That's gonna be fun to move, all of that. But I'm just gonna dump it off right away. Straight away. What's going on here? They're just making, yeah, they're just going through the process. But we'll just give them a good starting load to carry over to there. So this is, remember, this is your starting point. So you have to set the output. Boom. And since it is your starting point, can I actually mount these on the side? No, I don't want to try that. That's probably going to end badly. We're just going to stick with what we know works. Okay? So, this guy will have on 12. Which, that's just the height he's going to be flying. And technically, you can have him flying at all different heights so they don't... So it looks like they don't intercept. Or you could have them all on the same layer. It doesn't really matter. Because they'll just fly through each other. They don't have collision. Well, I would say unfortunately, but... Now, remember the process. Shift-click. You're gonna click on your first box. Boom. Once you've clicked on your first box, you click on your waypoint. Then he takes off. Nice. He grabs the stuff as he left. We're going to run all the way across. And this distance can be as far as you want, but you might want multiple waypoints. For example, if I go here, we might want to put a waypoint right about... honestly, I would say about here would be a great spot. But I want to get up on top of this thing, so I can actually put in a good waypoint. This one can just be 5, because he's going to be flying a pretty high route. Boom. You just set it to here, so he can fly all the way over there. That's pretty good. He'll fly to there, and then we'll just give him another waypoint right before he gets to here. This one can be as high as I want it. So we'll give him a good 10 for his waypoint. So he flies over, lands, hopefully, but that gets in the way. So now what we're going to do, because he can't land there, is just a simple little remove that, because the drones are more important type of thing. And then just rewire this, holy shit, spaghetti. Rewire this spaghetti a little bit. Where does this even go? Oh, it goes to here. Here. And it looks like it comes from here. If I remember correctly. Yes, it probably does. If I can get that one. Nice. So that looks like what it should be like. And then this one goes to here. Nice. Okay. Remember, drones are more important than wires. Fly through any cables in your way. And we can just place one up here and give it like 7. So that's his next waypoint. He takes off, which means he drops off his package. We'll go over to here and set up another one on top of this thing. Since I'm putting ones in between now. We'll go over to like the middle. Give him that, so it'll be like at 5. And he stays at relatively the same altitude. Then we need to give him another one all the way at the end. So that way he does the turn. And flies over and does it again. Does the whole process again. So here, does this green output anything? No. Okay, cool. So he's going to land at, he's going to have this here, which is going to be 7. So he's going to fly all the way over to the 7. Which he's doing. And he's going to land on this. Takes off again. Boom. That route is finished. And I can now just fill it up with coal coke so he can just keep moving the stuff over there. Now, of course, the drones are kind of finicky, and I don't really like them that much, but I also like them a lot right now because they're super handy for this task specifically, where I don't want to build 1,000 conveyors that are going to be clunky as shit for it. What I really wish was that we had actual conveyor anchors, which would be amazing. Because we have pipe anchors now, so you don't even need drones for that. That's the original main use for drones for me, was that. I would always use a conveyor for the rest of this. But I do like drones now. Seeing as I have 30 of them. Yes, aluminum. Plates. Nice. And he will have constant supply of this stuff to deal with inside of his inserters. Which is wonderful. I don't know how that's going to end if I set it to that, but yeah, they're working at max capacity to get this done. And that means this guy will have tons of this to grab. And he grabs all of it each time. Well, there's a constant feed of it. Holy shit, how many drones do I have flying back and forth? This is like what... I think this is what HBM intended for the drones. You have like 60 of them flying back and forth. It's just a fucking dystopian drone future right here. So there's a couple other things we need to drone all the way over to the place. Or, well, we don't really need to, but it'd be cool to. So this obviously does my coal powder. I'm going to need a filter for this one. Because I'm going to need to filter out what's going where with this. We obviously have copper and gold, which all need to be processed here. Or copper and redstone need to be processed and then sent out. I actually think we could do this by just... Let me check if there's space. So, if we pull out... Oh yeah, I probably could just pull out copper powder and the redstone. Is there even a... do we even have, like... Yeah, no, we don't even have copper crystals. So yeah, I could just pull out copper powder and redstone powder and send them down this path to start working on the production for other stuff. That would be ideal, so then we don't even have to... Alright, I'll show you all how to do this shit, because I have a genius idea. So this will actually save us a drone step if we don't drone them both over. But we're going to need to do 2 of these ejectors. So it's going to be double ejection system. So this allows me to avoid making a filter. And why is that important? Because I hate filters as much as I hate drones. They're expensive, but they're also really fun to use. So I don't mind them. But this trick will work. Probably. It might not work for you, but it will work for me. In this scenario, at least. And of course, all you need to do is do this. This will give you a way to move your stuff out. Now, we're going to set this guy to whitelist redstone. The other guy is going to whitelist redstone and copper. Because now I have 2 of them. So now one of them has to do twice the work, but it's fine. If this guy does the copper, actually, it'd probably be better. Then this guy whitelists this and this. And then watch. Nice. So that gets rid of any problems I might have. So now I'm... Say I got my copper's coming out. Boom. Perfect. The problem with that is that if we want to sort out the redstone and have it not go through there, it's kind of an issue. So to fix that, you would need to have this up. And then do another one to do your redstone. So it kind of gets expensive, but at the same time it allows you to basically avoid using any dumb stuff. If you don't want to use dumb stuff. Whitelist that. Nice. So now we have a way to sort out copper and that. It's a sorter for free, basically. Except not. But if you have stainless steel in the space fork, you can make way more of those than you can with sorters. Which is absolutely amazing. Now what's holding up this setup? Is it the... It's the bitumen, apparently. Apparently bitumen is slowing down my processing. Aromatic hydrocarbons is also an issue, which is going on here. So we needed to produce more naphtha. Okay, I can deal with that some other time. I wonder what we were actually producing on Fine Suit 12. Fine Suit, pretty good. Fine Suit's one of the most important resources. We need more of that. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take out any copper and gold or copper powder that might be lurking in these boxes. And we're going to put that in there as well. Copper, redstone, copper, redstone. So that way we can get the most of these done. Then we have to eject it into the line. So pretty much all of this stuff will be going into the motor productions. And of course I don't need all of the redstone to be pulled out this way. It'll be fine. If we need more redstone, we can just probably extract some from the soil. Alright, so that's going to be that done. Then I just need to set up my blast furnace. So that's going to be done like this. And then we have to figure out how we're going to get rid of, how we're going to sort this through the system. Because this is a problem if we have to send it down this line. But I could totally send it down that line. Or I could just send it out the roof and drone it from there. When in doubt, drone it out. But of course we also need one other thing. To make the drone this drone happen, we're gonna need to get these. To make this blast furnace happen, make the redstone, and then we just place this in here. Somehow we'll place it in. Nice, nice. Okay, before we do that, boom. Make it quick. This will be how I place it in. Except we don't have any other blocks on me. Fill in these blocks. If it has too much redstone, it will just shut down though. So that is kind of an issue. Of course, the hoppers always want to throw shit in there. Oh, it doesn't want to insert because it's not through the top. That's a problem. Well, I suppose it just needs to be inserted through the top. What was the point in even sorting it if we're not going to insert it? I guess it makes it even. Oh, okay, that's pretty nice. What was the point in all those extra shit? I mean, I guess to give it a buffer. There's no point in even doing any of that now. I could just eject it from there. Put it down into this thing. Except I can't really do that. So I suppose that is the only valid reason to do this. Well, It did just make what I needed to make, though. Okay, let me just try this out one more time. Let me try to get it right this time. Grab that. So it did just make what I needed to make, so that's good. I think it can just be inserted through the same one, because that will just be the most even way of doing this. So we're just going to do that, then we'll put in a hopper, so it does... It will still sort. It will just do it in a way that makes sense. And now, we should be doing it properly. Then I just have to figure out how to get out from here. What I need to get out from here. Cool. And as long as it doesn't get too much of the materials, I think we'll be fine. But if it has too much redstone and stuff, compared to... Dear God. See? Now it isn't balanced. That is kind of bad, actually. So if it doesn't have enough copper to redstone, that will be an issue. It'll be fine, though. We'll figure it out. I think the game is having performance. We're having frames right now. Holy shit. Need bigger specs to keep this thing going. So for every stack of copper, I need a stack of redstone. I don't know if this is not the ideal line to set this up off of. And of course, the problem will always remain that this won't actually be a balanced recipe output, but it'll be fine. So I just need to figure out how am I gonna get this sorted from here. And I suppose we could just do another one of those, but I don't really want to do that. Then extract coal powder from the inserter. Do a crate sorter. I want to save my other actual sorter for when I need it the most. This is the perfect time to use that. It's more direct, doesn't have as many steps, and you don't have any delay in your conveyors to use those. This is like the perfect time to use it. Conveyor sorter. This is the last one that I don't have to make. So this should just go to right here. Then we have our... No, give me that. Fucking shit. Then we have to have our filter for the fucking coal powder. Where are you hiding, coal powder? I know there's some coal powder in here somewhere. There we go. Perfect. And this stuff just gets processed through the coal oil process, which is wonderful. Pretty sure it is. Amazing. Green side, so it goes from north to south. Nice. Then we have to take out our red copper and put it into a... We'll take it out the top and then we'll just eject it from there. Red copper, go to space. Red copper will go up through orange. Use a screwdriver and just make it go vertical. Place this, shift click, and it should reverse. And then we have our drone path for the next drone of all time. This time, it's just going to be transporting this. We're going to have him go super high above everything. Maybe? I don't know. Because I need to, well, I need to just fit him between here. So all I need to do is give him a flight path with 15. And he can't fly over that, so, also, that would probably intersect, but no, it could go over. So we'll just give it 15 right here. That should do. And of course, everybody knows how annoying the drones can be with their height. Actually, we can't fly them through there. We're gonna just go 15 right here. That should do the trick. So that way we can fly them around all of this. $15 here. Then we have our final point where he's gonna land and do that. Probably somewhere in here, so I can have him insert into the setup. So probably like, I mean, here's where it would need to happen at. Okay, I just need to get my next electrical press if I have another one. I should have another. I'm pretty sure I do. I might have one in the base, actually, now I think about it. Might have just left that. We could use that one if it's still there. It is! Perfect! That's great. I do need this for wires. And it was just making coal briquettes before, but that's no longer required. So I'm just gonna make it into a wire stamp now. It's now a wire machine. Wire production machine. That should be what I need to do this thing. We're gonna insert into an we're gonna put into an inserter on this one. That gives it kind of a buffer, but also gives it a bit of space so it can land. Because that is also important. Being able to land. Do another one right here. That will give it 15. Oh, don't do that. That's too close. Give it like at least a block of space is required. Maybe 2. 15. And then we should be able to just fly him right back into there. $15. Is this thing solid under? Okay, good. And then he can just fly right back into there. Cool. So we have our drone kind of set up or planned out. We're going to do it the same way we've been doing it. So shift click here. This guy is an output. He's got stuff there. We're going to put stuff onto the path now. So we're going to eject from here. Going to convey up to there. So don't shift click that, just do that normally. Boom. Now we have red copper moving. And if red copper is in the filter, which it should be in the filter. Oh shit, I messed it up. We need to put it in the front as well, north. Technically, we just do north as wildcard, but... Because that, if you have more than, like, 5 items, you need that to be wildcard. So he's going to take off with whatever he can take off with, probably about a stack. And we're going to take this. First step, shift click to clear. Go to here, start setting in the path, so he's going to fly to there. He's going to fly to his next waypoint, which is over here. This is the order we set them in. Going to land over here. Drop off, pick up. Then he's going to go all the way to his other waypoint over here. Then land again. Once he gets there, land again. And that should be the whole drone path completed. I think that's the last of my drones that I need. Now, it did drop off. He dropped off 22. Now he's making wires. And this guy... Oh dear, what is that going into? Oh crap. I might have just messed something up. That's bad. Okay. Well, it's okay. We might have just messed something up, but that's okay. All I have to do is put an inserter and then just ignore the problem. We could shift it over a block, but I'm not doing that with drones and red copper wires. I don't know where that went to, but that's unfortunate. I think it might have gone into this. I don't know. Drones, red copper wires? Nah, not happening. So now that we have that done, what I need to do is this, which makes those forever. Unending quantities of copper coils are now being made. And that ejects somewhere. Apparently this ejects them out of there. And into here, maybe? Oh, okay, I think I see how it works. Can't get up there. This is, the drones are kind of... I feel like I have too much stuff in this world now. We might have made too much. Okay. Why is it go? Where does it go to? Where does it go to? Does it go to here? This is a mess. It goes into there. Okay, it goes up. Why does it go up? It's up. Okay, so it goes into here. Why would it go into... What? What? Oh, okay, I see what's going on here. This thing just needs to be changed in its direction. That should do the trick. We'll see how that does. That way he's not outputting these over here. And he's actually just ejecting them down. Let's see, is that working? Yep, it is. Cool. So, because that doesn't necessarily work, you need to actually split them. So 2 go one way and then 1 goes another way. Also, I'd need to split out extras. That way we have extras. So it's kind of now going to be a 1 to 3 to start off. Then we'll do a 1 to 2 splitter. So we'll rather do the splitter chain. So one line needs 1 to 3, one line needs 1 to 2, and the reason we do that is so that way I can have extras of the motors, or the coils. That way if we need the coils, they will be good. Actually, we'll do 1 to 5. They'll give us extra for, well, how often do you just need it? You might need those, maybe. I don't know. We could do that for sure. So then it would split off 3 one direction. So those would just be your regular coils. Couple in the other direction. Okay, let me see what I have. I don't have a fucking what? What? Okay, I'll just need to make a bunch of them then. These are called splitters. We're gonna need a ton of splitting. Splitter. Split. Gonna need a ton of them. Probably just gonna make like a fucking load. Absolute load. $5 billion splitters. We might even have some over at the place. Now that I think about it, we might have to go over there and check. I'm gonna make a couple of these to begin. Don't worry, I haven't forgot about pneumatic pistons. I just haven't gotten to them yet. That should do, for now. Pneumatic pistons are one of the worst things to make. And vacuum tubes too. We need to figure out those things. We have tungsten as well, so we could make that happen. In addition to the capacitors, which we haven't even started on. Oh my god, that means we're gonna have like 50 more drones in there. It's gonna be a lot of drones. Okay, I've already gotten these splitters done. Okay. Can I have these? Nice. Okay, I'll just take them. Fuck that. Nice. Cool. Well, let's get back to absolute pain and insanity with the drones. And you get better frames by Soyjack Industries, if you're wondering. Because there's not 50 billion drones processing their paths. Now when I run over there, the drones will still be flying. You need to cast out almost 54 more blocks of steel in the near future. That is a lot of steel. But I'm sure I'll be fine. Microchips. You know we have microchips in the base, right? It's with the steel and stuff too. Okay, the guy's just inserting coils. And then it's on to the splitting campaign. How many splitters will I need to do the job of what I need to do? Oh, can I even rotate? Yeah, I can't even rotate that. Okay. So we'll just begin by setting up my splitters over here. Then I need to... So the ratio is 3 to 3. That means it's a 1-to-1 ratio. Wait. Do we need 5? We need 5 total, okay. So 2, and then we have 3 go this way. Well, we need 3 either way. Right? This is my coil splitting. Splitting out my coils. So one way we make the one thing, the other way we make the other thing. That means we also need to... But it's almost the same exact thing. Right? So we do 1 and then we do 3 here. No, we do... Yeah, do 1 and 3. Okay. That will give me 1 extra, so we can just dump that in a box. Okay, that's the reason I would do that. And we could just dump it into a storage box for extra fun, I suppose. If we need extra fun. Need extra conveyors. It's okay. I got steel and rubber right now. But I guess that's how I'm gonna do that. So then it splits out correctly. Then this just goes up and it becomes a storage. Cool, and then do this. Wait, I could just do it down like 1 more block. Yeah, just go down a couple blocks. Honestly, it's better if it's visible because then we won't need to remember that it's here. So I guess I'll do that. Because if I don't, nobody's gonna remember that we have a fucking box of shit for coils. There we go. Because I wouldn't remember that there's a box of coils in the ground. That makes no sense to do. And of course we have to avoid interfering with the drone pathing. So we have to be very careful here. To do this very deliberately. There we go. That should do the trick. That should keep the drone thing from falling as well, which is nice. Because I was kind of concerned that might happen. Then we also split out, or this is where we do, yeah, we split out into the conveyor. That will send 1 in one direction, and another in another direction. So we split out here. We have 1 here, or we get 2 here and 1 here. Actually, invert that. 2 here and 1 there. The reason I want that is because that just works. Okay, so that will split it out. Then we have our assembly line machine thing. Yeah. Go to here. Crafting time. So then we just send up into a crafting machine through an inserter. Wait, is this the one? No. Okay, we should have 2. We should do 2 here and 1 here. That way it's gonna work. No matter what. I think it will work. Then we shift click this until it becomes a vertical. Then I need another inserter, which I somehow ran out of inserters, which is weird. That doesn't make much sense, but okay. I'll grab some inserters from somewhere. I know there might be some over here. Actually, there's probably more over there, because this place I probably use just the other methods. You know, to be honest, that's probably all the smog and stuff we are emitting that's going to be the biggest amount of lag. Or all the machines we have, I don't know. I just can't believe we have enough machines that's starting to decrease the frames slightly. But that's a non-issue. We can solve that. We'll just go ahead and grab these. I don't think we need any of that anymore. Or that either. Okay, and I don't really think we have much more of inserters. But I hope we do. Because I really need more of them. Desperately need more of them, actually. Cool. That should do. Yeah, I'm gonna desperately need more splitters if the next time or more of the inserters next time I run out. But as far as the rest of it goes, we should have enough to finish at least this line. And I think we have more inside of Xernox. Well, we have more ejectors at least. Looks like I might have stripped it of all the inserters. No, there's still a couple. And conveyors too. Plenty of conveyors. Wow, there's not even a cooling drum anymore. I'm not going to mess with this one too much because I don't want to lose anything valuable here. So, industry. Only drones challenge. That would be terrible. Do that, reverse it nicely. Cool, and then do this. Cool. Now, I need to figure out how to get this to there. Wait, what does this do? So that was planned to do this and split it off. And then apparently it's supposed to smelt it. Why? What is this guy doing? He smelts iron powder. Why the heck would I smelt iron plates? What? Okay, I don't know how that reality came into existence, but it's okay. It's easy to fix. Because this actually is perfect. See, all I need to do is route it around that. And then I have my inserter right there. Or, yeah, right here. So then I just need to put an inserter down. All I have to do is route it around one drone path, which I could probably change, but don't want to. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. Not worth it. Do that. Route it around. Nice. Perfect stuff. Now when I do this, it should just go right in there. Doesn't mean it's going to give me less places to input from. But now I should have that done. At least. And then it also gives me my splitting ratio. Which I need to have at 2 this way. Oh, is it already there? That's 2 to 2. But that doesn't look right. No, 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 no. Okay, now it looks right. Just because I was looking at it weird. But I should now be able to split these out. Cool, that's doing its job. It's now splitting. Into my inserters. Then I need to figure out what I'm going to do with the coils here. So one of the coils goes into the machine, and it goes into which slot? So when I look at my recipes, I should have one for motors. Ah, right there. So those go in the end, these go in the center, so that needs to go in yellow, and this goes in the other one. So I suppose it makes sense that it's there, but it really is annoying. Actually, that's perfect. I can just insert it through here. Quite literally the perfect example of something going right, but it also was really confusing for a second. Nice, invert that. Then I just gotta figure out how to get it to there, which is not hard. Just take conveyors, move the conveyors up, and then do it into there. I hate this sometimes. Should be pretty simple. Just insert. Okay, does that work? That probably will work. Probably, yeah. Sure. Who knows? I just gotta find a way out of the ground. There should be no drones in this direction, at least. Which is perfect. Okay, now that's not good, but I can fix that one. Nice. And now it's inserting correctly. I hope. But that also intersects with that thing's ejection path. Which can't happen. So we're kind of at a loss. Unless I find a way to get this up into here. Nope. Nice. Okay. That should do. That means now it will split out the 1 going that way and 2 going up in this way, which makes all of the fun plating happen. Then I just have to put in red. I believe that's all I have left. Or no. Yes, red. Red's the next one I have to do. Which is really easy. Again, another easy path. And then we just gotta hook everything to power. And we are going to be producing motors now. Motor production is completed. Well, semi-completed. It just needs power. I can get that from the ground over there, so. But for now, we'll just go ahead and connect this. Oh, wait. Didn't I want to pull out some of these? So I guess it needs to be 4 on this side. Well, what do you use? You could just make it from those. If you need more of those, that makes sense to use those from that. Okay, so just use, if you need double coils, just use the regular ones and make it yourself. I don't need a pile of that, so let's go ahead and just say that's done. And we just need to supply the coils into the line. Coils come from over here. That makes it very, very fun. Coils are now being extracted. They're getting split. They're getting split. Nice. How many are getting split this way? 3? Okay, so for every 3 that go this way, 1 will go this way. That means we are also getting those in there. And this thing's not even doing anything yet, but what it's going to do, it's going to do 2 of these and a couple plates of iron. I don't remember the recipe for this. How do you do this recipe? Crafting. I said crafting. Come on. Crafting? How do I get motors? Come on. Tell me. Okay. It takes 4. But that's okay. That's not hard. Okay, well, I'll just fix the ratio up on this. 1, 2, 3, 4. That should be doing it now. Now it just needs power. Yet again, more power. And every time it produces, it will produce like 2 of them. So that's amazing. It's kind of annoying that there's a limit to how far I can vein mine with this thing. Even though I have max vein miner on it. But I'm trying to pull all these cables out of the ground that I don't need here. It'd be nice if I could just vein mine them all in one hit. Cool. Motor production is finally completed. So after all of that, what I'm gonna do is put it into, I guess we can just eject from one of those, and then we'll figure that out from there. Oh, that works out perfectly. Doesn't have any of that, but this should do now. Don't want to do that yet. And now I have a place to store all of my valuable motors. Motors are getting made. Hell yeah. Motor production is underway. That is a lot of drones and a lot of motors. Well, not a lot of motors yet, but tons of drones. That's good. Now on to the processing for this stuff. So every time you take an ingot of this, you'll get 8 of the other thing. Also, I guess over there we do need to take care of that. But so every time we have an ingot of this, we're gonna get 8 of the other thing, which are gonna be wires. So it can be a 4-to-1 ratio. One of these needs to become a wire, and one of them needs to become an ingot. At least in this case. I don't really know if I want to deal with that today. I think we'll just put that off till next time, and then I will deal with the rest of that stuff. So over there, we're actually having to deal with titanium for now, and titanium, I don't really actually know if we even need any of these processing setups or production lines, because titanium really doesn't do much for automation. Like, what things can we make out of titanium that are just annoying? Like, barely anything. There is a few things, but titanium isn't a big problem for, like, being annoying. At least, not for me, at least. Does titanium annoy you? I don't think it does. I don't think titanium annoys you. So, we're just gonna take out titanium from this. Oh, yeah, that is true. Okay. I mean, I suppose I could just hold this titanium for reserve. No, stop. Stop. There we go. That should do. Titanium's going up. We're gonna just put it into storage. I mean, I could do it. There's two ways of automating it. There's one way that's really easy, and there's another way that's not as easy. I guess temporarily I'll just have it set into a crate, and then we'll figure out what it's gonna do from there. Probably gonna go into splitter, so I don't have to have a whole lot of that. Just not doing anything. But this guy takes out his iron. So then we have aluminum powder left over, which is okay. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with all of that aluminum powder, though. I guess I need to get closer to this so I can get a better angle on it. It's impossible. Impossible to get an angle on this thing. Yeah, that doesn't give me an angle. What the heck? You guys cut the power to that. Put this thing in. Nice. Reinstall the power to that. Just take out aluminum from there. Nice. Iron powder's going back over to do its stuff. Titanium's getting collected in a box. Aluminum's about to be collected into a box. I don't think this aluminum's gonna do anything. Unless I just send it over there with the rest of the aluminum, but... I think this will be my stash of aluminum. Figure we just stash that, like so. Then we just have to set up a, and the other place does produce a lot of titanium as well. I don't really think I'm going to be taking titanium from here. We're going to get it from the Jeff K. Center of something. Just gonna store my titanium there. Well, this would be the best place to do it because it has a constant supply of titanium to make turbine blades out of. I'd also need to take steel to that, and I don't like to waste steel on things like that. What the hell? This guy's getting iron ingots right now. It's just... That's great. Wait. This doesn't even need those. Why? Continue to supply it. This is, we're gonna have tons of coils after this. I might put a splitter up for, that. Oh, that makes it, it's gonna make it kind of challenging, but there we go. Just do that. So I'm gonna do this, route it that way. Then I just set up my splitter. Right here, splitter. That's not how you do a splitter. Okay, do a splitter there. Do 1-to-1. So then I just have an inserter directly off of that. And then the other one just gets inserted right back into the thing. That way we were taking like half of it and putting it into the other thing, and half of it and just storing it. Okay, that should be what it needs to do. Did he land and do what he's supposed to? Maybe. He doesn't even have a crate on him, yeah, so it's fine. As long as he's a couple blocks away from this thing, I think it will be fine. Store red copper here. I haven't seen this drone in a little bit. Where is he at? What the heck? Is that him? Ah, here he comes, right? What the hell? Oh, okay. That's good. It's good to see the drones are doing their dronages. Path of least drone resistance. Drone resistance. So that routes those properly and puts in a couple of these. Nice. So now I have storage for that as well. That way we're not just sending all of it to become motors. How many motors have I made so far? Over 64. I've made 112 motors. Holy shit. I'm just gonna say, that's like the most annoying thing to make, and you make it so often, it gets mind-jarring. That's more often than turbine blades for me. Like, turbine blades, I wouldn't be bothered to make. But that... Constantly making that. Constantly making those. Where did the... Speaking of motors, where did the rest of the motors go? Did I use those? Did I put them somewhere? I guess now we're just, living in the space age right here. I guess. Fucking space age civilization. Drone age. Okay, so from here we're just gonna extract all of that stuff, and we're gonna find a way to path it over there. That doesn't interfere with any drone routes that might exist, so we'll have to be extremely cautious and careful with how we proceed, but should be pretty simple because I can just do go under here. There should be literally no drones that fly down or have pathing over that. And of course this thing, set it to whitelist so it doesn't take sodium and do this, but we're going to pull cryolite from here, from this crate. So this will end up just being a sodium crate when we're done with it. But we make primarily cryolite here, so we're going to process the cryolite out. Whitelist cryolite. Then we can just go ahead and route that up and through here. But it doesn't want to do that, so we'll just go ahead and do that, and then route it up to here. Which also produces more aluminum powder. You guessed it. More aluminum powder. But that should do my cryolite. And what we should see is a bunch of cryolite flying through the line. Not really. But eventually it should be coming up here. Then we can extract from here and do spaghetti. Or not. But it would make a lot of sense to just do the spaghetti method, but I don't really want to. We could just do a crate. Or store it in a crate. I don't have any hoppers anymore. I think I've used them all. Grab some hoppers. Do this. Nice. Is it not receiving? Why is it not receiving? What's the problem here? What's the holdup? Oh, it just doesn't have a whitelist for cryolite. Here, cryolite, go. This should do the job really easily. Just the amount of drones flying back and forth is insane. I really like to see just multiple of them going back and forth on the same screen. Same image. That's not good. That's not a good photo. I'm trying to get a good photo of this phenomenon. There we go. That's the photo right there. I'm just gonna post that in HBM Discord. Holy shit. Okay. Where is HBM Discord at? Drones. The final frontier. Drone pain. Drone pain. Yep. It's gonna be perfect. I think I've produced more of these than I've produced of the coils. Of the other thing. What's the ratio on this? It makes 2? Oh, it should be set down again. Because every time you... That's a 1 to fucking 2 ratio there. That's not how that's supposed to work. Why is it getting ingots still? Where are the ingots coming from in this equation? I thought we were out of ingots in this equation. Okay. It's doing its job. How many motors? 160 motors right now. How many copper coils? 124. So about the same. How many circuits? Microchips? 266. Let's see. What other things do I store? How much red copper have we stored? Probably not that much. 40. Fair. Fair amount. I don't know what he's doing, but apparently he might be hopping lines. He might be doing some kind of line hopping. I don't know. I wonder if he's intersecting with one and just hopping onto that and then temporarily hopping back. As with all things drone, it's fucking weird. It's pain. Yeah, this should do now. It is really turning out the motors. Like, absolutely just churning out motors right now. Because we're at 184. We've made 20 in like a couple seconds. But of course, we also have resources right now. So once we run out, it's kind of it's up to the machine to decide how fast it wants to go. So the next task for next episode is probably going to be mainly getting the production for whatchamacallit, fucking capacitors. That means I'm also going to do the gravel line finally. Those are my plans for next episode. And then I don't know what else I'm doing. Don't know. I think I'll just clean up a little bit at the base for now. Yeah, I have like a couple minutes to do so. So I'll just get this place looking pretty clean. All of this stuff that we're not using anymore is going to go away. And then we're going to set up some GP lines for different things. And going to just clean it up. I might have to start using wooden pickaxes before the game just has too many ghost blocks for me. Vein miner. And I have to figure out how to do all this wiring again. Or how to undo the wiring, because that's the biggest issue. If I go here... Okay. So it wasn't that much. I was thinking it's going to be more. I'm just getting the beryllium now. That's fine. No, I don't really mind. Doesn't matter too much. We still got the old reactor stuff just sitting around that could be technically built still. So that's a interesting thing. I don't even... These pipe anchors haven't even... They've just been sitting here. I could have used these. Hydrogen peroxide. Why is it getting piped over to here? Oh, wait, I know why. That was for acidizer. And there's a sulfuric acid pipe. Industrialization. Alright, so for these... The new upgrade's gonna be pretty simple. Pretty much anything that uses a firebox needs to get a fluid heater and needs to be using a new PWR, probably the thorium one. I think I could build a pretty powerful PWR. Well, we could just set up the old one for that, since it does a good enough job, and just run everything off of MEP 239, and then the thorium one will be for actual power generation, but the difference is thorium is not great for power. It's great for the byproduct. Maybe I should run the thorium for that. But I want to build a huge thorium machine, because we have a lot of thorium production that we could exploit for something, at least. And maybe we should use, yeah, thorium for power. We can do that. Since Dosto made the whole floor bricks, I have to redo a lot of the flooring to make it bricks as well. Since that's cheaper than concrete anyway. I might even just be able to scavenge bricks from other setups, you know? Engine lubricant piping, which is not even required anymore. And I'm gonna go now, so I'm gonna end this stream right here. The next episode, we're gonna pick up where we left off with pretty much just everything that's going on in the base. Everything from the fusion reactor to the next part of automation, which is gonna be capacitors, I think. That's the next thing I want to knock out, since it's fairly simple to do. It just requires insulators and aluminum and a bunch of splitting. And probably more drones, which is pretty fun. I do enjoy the drones that I know how to use them. So I'll see you all then. Goodbye.